Hey guys, what's up? It's Nate, and I'm back with another episode of Paranormal Talk. Do you think your house is haunted, but you're unsure? You can't seem to have a team come out and check it out for you? Well, if you're brave enough, you can do it yourself, because in this day and age, guess what? There's an app for that. So in this new segment, what I'm going to be doing is downloading these apps from the App Store. I'm going to be testing them out with Charlie back here, and we're going to see exactly how they work. And I'm going to give you my opinion as to whether or not I think they can be used as valid tools for investigating the paranormal. This new segment is the Paranormal App Test. Let's get into it. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. So today on the app test, we're going to be looking at an app that I've seen all over some Facebook profiles and pages, as well as some of the Instagram pages that I follow recently, and it seems to be yielding some interesting results. So I want to test it for myself. I want to find out if it works. Today we're going to be looking at the GhostTube by Jared Catting. And the concept of this app, guys, is relatively simple, which is what I really like about it. Video camera, EVP recorder, ITC device that will show you the words as the spirits speak them in real time, and the ever-present, ever-ridiculous electromagnetic field detector. Why every paranormal app out there has to have the electromagnetic field detector in it is beyond me, because as we all know, they're shit, they're crap, they don't work. Your phone cannot detect electromagnetic fields. Something can fluctuate the device to make the phone react. Yes, but your phone cannot detect the field itself. So we're going to go ahead and discredit that part right now. We're going to throw that completely out of the window and say electromagnetic field detectors? Fuck you. So to start this app off, we're going to use the screen record because I want to show you the basic load screen. I want to show you the layout of the app. I want to show you the different languages that you can set this app to. And for the record, there are several, which I actually really like because in theory, if a spirit can manipulate the device correctly, you might be able to get responses in alternate languages, which is an interesting concept all on its own, and that would be awesome if we could make that happen. That would be sweet. Then, once I'm done with that, we're going to switch over to the actual app, since it is a video camera. So I can film this video straight from the app itself, which will make it a lot easier for me, because I can actually hear what's going on. Unlike when I use the screen record, as you guys saw with the ghost detector, the radar, my God, that fucking beeping haunts me in my dreams. I had no idea it was there until I went back and watched the video once I had already posted it to YouTube and edited it. Now, mind you, when I edit it, I just throw it all together so it's in order. I don't actually watch it as I'm editing. So I had no idea that beeping was there until it was on YouTube. And my God, is it horrible. And I apologize for those of you who had to sit through it. So without further ado, though, we're going to jump into this app because I'm really excited to test it. This is the GhostTube by Jared Catting. Let's get it. Alright guys, so as I said, I wanted to show you what the GhostTube app looks like when you first open it up. So you got the little ghost guy down there with the two little speaking symbol looking things. So we're going to click on that. See here, first thing it does is it calibrates. And it tells you can swipe left or swipe right. What that's going to do is going to bring up various filters. So those filters are kind of nice. I like that. You got over here, I don't know what that does. Oh, okay, it shows you the magnetism around the phone. So I assume that's going to be the electromagnetic field detector. Here you got where it turns off. Okay, so the magnet is the electromagnetic field detector. The squiggly lines here, I don't know exactly what that is. I think it might be the, so when you talk, you can see that bouncing up and down. Okay, so that's actually your vocal range. And then you could take this, which will turn off the ghost talking. You could do that by doing the little ghost guy there. The paint here, I don't know what this does. Okay, so this just changes the background color. The paint bucket changes your background color. We're going to leave that on green. I don't know what this does. Oh. Yep. Okay, guys. So that will be a video for another time because I have that app and already plan on testing it. So if you go down here, you see the English flag, right? Check this out. Multiple languages. So this actually could possibly lead to the possibility of being able to catch EVP and or a word popping up down here on the database that's in a separate language from the one that we are currently speaking, which is obviously English. So that would be really cool. especially if you're in a place where, say, Italian heritage is known to exist, or Chinese heritage, or Portuguese, whatever. You might be able to see words pop up that are in the native language that is said to exist in that particular area. So that is a really cool concept, really cool idea. So with that being said, we're going to exit the screen record now, and I'm going to go on and test the app. Alright guys, so I got the GhostTube app on. We're going to head up to the attic. See what's going on up here. I want to see. Oh, you can turn your lighting on. Okay, I don't want to do that right now. Alright, so I've got this going. Charlie's just kind of hanging around. You know how he does. If there's anybody up here in this attic with me, please come over to this phone. You can modify it and say a word. So come on, come and say something. Can you make a noise to make your presence known? So, I have used this app once before, guys, and I had the same issue where I listened and I used this app for quite a while, and I never actually got a word to pop up. It wasn't in this house that I tested it, though. Charlie, you have anything you want to say? No? Let me give you one last chance before I leave the attic. If there's anyone up here, you have anything to say, come and say it, please. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I don't know what that number is on the bottom. Maybe it's going to tell me it's going to stop recording or something. I'm not sure. Alright, so after using the app for the first time in the attic, I have discovered that you can only record for a 2-minute maximum without upgrading to the premium version, which is $4. And for me, until I see results with this app, as far as any kind of words coming through at the bottom, which I haven't seen yet, or anything per se showing itself in the actual photos or video, I mean, I don't see the point in paying the $4 to upgrade it yet. I might do so later on if in further testing we get some kind of interesting result. So we'll see how that goes. Alright. I'm not turning any of the lights on up here. It's a little dark, but it's not completely dark. It's outside, as you can see. Is anybody in here with me? Feel free to come and speak. Come close to this phone. This device here. You can modify it. It will say a word. What would you like to say? That was kind of weird. Y'all saw that? I don't know. I have not seen it do that before. So it obviously, quote unquote, detected some kind of strong form of electromagnetic energy, in theory. Can you use this device to say anything? Don't be afraid to come and speak. If you hear anything, TV's on downstairs, so could be that. I want to see some words pop up on this thing, though. I've yet to accomplish to getting that to happen. Alright, well, I'm going to retest this again in a little bit. Alright guys, so I'm outside and check this out. Y'all see that? I no sooner turned it on and it started giving me the electromagnetic field warning. So, it's a very nice day for being November, considering we had snow last week and it's 70 degrees today. I loved it. If there's anybody out here with me, could you come close to this device and say something? Go over there and you can modify the device and you can make words appear on the screen. Please, come and talk to me. I'm nowhere near the device. You're more than welcome to come and talk. Are you a man or a woman? Can you make the electromagnetic field detector on it go off? No? Nothing? So here's the thing, guys. This app is really hit or miss from what I'm finding online. A lot of people love it. Some people hate it just because they don't get the constant responses like you do with other apps. But that's what I expect to see in a paranormal app. I don't expect to see constant responses. I expect to see sporadic responses. When you start getting constant responses in an app, then you really need to worry about the credibility of the app. Right now, I have no issues with the credibility of the app other than the electromagnetic field detector. As we all know, I think it's complete crap. I will say, however, it's interesting that I sat that down on my smoker and it started going off, and my smoker is an electric pellet fed smoker. So maybe it's a possibility that the electromagnetic field from the smoker made the device go off. That's possible. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and test that. You see that count down there? You only can record 2 minutes at a time. So I'm going to start again. Hang on. So as you can see here, as I move it away into the smoker, it goes off. So you know what, guys? That's actually quite interesting, because this app seems to do with the electromagnetic field what it says it's going to do. And I've not encountered that in an app before. So for me, that is quite interesting, because I can get repeatable results with this. Y'all see that, right? What I do find weird is how when I sit it on the smoker, it stops. It's like I have to be moving it. So I wonder if I tap it. No? Okay, so it's only going off the closer it gets to the power source of the smoker. So that is interesting. I think I'm going to test that in some other spots inside the house with devices that I know put off high EMF. I'm going to test it out there, and I'm going to see if I get the same result. If I do, then you know what? This electromagnetic field detector in this device may actually work as it's properly advertised. So we're going to test that now. Alright, so I know my light source here puts off a pretty high EMF. And that doesn't seem...
Where am I?
Whoa, okay, so that's the first time I've gotten words from this. You're in New Hampshire. Who are you? Can you tell me your name? I'm not going to hurt you. So the microwave does it too. Okay, so in all actuality, the electromagnetic field detector on this seems to work as advertised, which is something I had not encountered with any other app yet. Sorry, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. So that was interesting. We got the response that said, where am I?
Old.
Old. Yes, this house is old. This house was built in 1910. The construction started in 1909. So when we got the... Okay, guys, I want you to see this now. That's twice. You see that screen? That's twice that I've gotten a response, and the baby monitor that I have upstairs is shut off. That's not happened before. I've used these apps multiple times, and I've tested multiple, as you guys have seen, and I've never stopped you guys in the middle of a test to show you that. And that is saying it's disconnected, and it was working just a second ago, and that's twice now that's happened. So that's interesting. There's anything here with me that resides in this house, feel free to come forward and speak. You asked what you were. You said something about being old. What's old? Do you want Want to talk? I welcome you to come and speak. So now my curiosity is kind of piqued here because I've used this app before in the past and I had never gotten any words with it ever. So I fire it up, I get pretty much a sentence, and then I get another word, and both times the baby monitor that I have upstairs is shut off. So I'm going to fix this and then I'll be back and we'll continue the test. Alright guys, so I've turned off the lights.
Where am I?
Where am I again? So I've turned off the lights in the house and I'm now recording in low light mode. Only light is on is the outside light. I just want to see if this will, well, and the baby monitor shut off again. That is weird. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Guys, I've never had this issue with the baby monitor before, so I've never encountered that. Kind of makes me feel like something may be upstairs, but I can't really go up there because, you know, I don't want to wake everybody up. Everybody's asleep. Okay, I'm going to give that a minute and see if it fixes itself. Is anybody in here with me? Don't be afraid. Come and speak to me. I have the TV on just so I have a little bit of ambient light. Even though it's my house, my son tends to move things around. I don't want to trip and bust my ass on video so y'all can get a really good laugh. If there's anything in here, come and speak. Don't be afraid. I'm only talking to people who reside in this house. No outside forces are allowed. If you are here, then you are not welcome, and I'm asking you, actually I'm telling you to leave. And this baby monitor is just not working now. That's so weird because as soon as I turn off this app, the baby monitor will start working again. I have never encountered that before. That is so weird. There we go. And alright, so I've got the baby monitor working again. I want to see if that happens again. That seems to be a pretty repeatable result though, guys. 3 times I've gotten responses and 3 times the baby monitor shut off when I got those responses. So that's really interesting. What I want to do is I want to sit this down right here. If there's anybody that resides in this house here with me now and is willing to speak, please come and modify this device. Say something. Can you tell me what your name is? It's got really cold. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not going to kick you out. And I don't expect you to hurt me. I'm going to give you the same respect that you give me. So please, come and speak to this device. If you have something to say, please say it. Something that you notice, guys, is as I ask questions, if you're not familiar with the paranormal, I always like to try and ask questions and give anywhere between 7 to 15 seconds for the spirit to be able to respond and manipulate the device, because it takes a lot of energy to do so. So I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but that was a loud click or bang. I don't know what that was, but that was loud. And that came from upstairs, which is where the baby monitor is, which is where it keeps shutting off when I get responses. So that was kind of strange. So I'm going to try and walk around a little bit more. And actually, I think I'm going to turn the camera around. So let me do that. Alright, so I've got this set up at the TV. I'm going to walk over here. Pretty good distance away. You guys hear the TV, I apologize. Let me pause that.
It's simply delicious.
Would you like to come and speak to me? Don't be afraid. You're more than welcome to stay in this house. You've not bothered us yet, you know, besides a few random freaky occurrences. And, you know, we don't mind you being here. I would just like you to come and speak to me. I want to open up a line of communication, because I would like to know why you're still here. So could you go over to where that device is, my phone, and modify that device and modify the workings on the inside and tell me, why are you still here? Was this your home at one point in time? I don't want you to be afraid to come and talk. So, when we get close enough to the TV, you guys will see that will go off. So, I'll be honest with you. The electromagnetic field detector on this actually seems to work as advertised, which is rather shocking because I've not come across an app where it actually worked like it was supposed to. And no, it's not. So, it's a hit or miss with it seems. Interesting. Alright, so I'm recording in low light mode, and this uses the flash and it gives you a green filter. However, you're not really seeing anything in infrared. That's what kind of helps with this app. I mean, I like using infrared because you can't see anything. However, this is handy because you have the infrared look, but you can still see where you're walking in a location where, you know, you don't know the terrain all that well. This is a very invaluable tool that you could possibly use. See my son's table over there. If there's anything in here with me, please give me a sign of your presence. Don't worry, guys. I know if you saw that was most likely not an orb. That was some kind of dust. Yep, that's dust. Y'all can see that there. So don't see that and be like, oh, you got an orb. No, I got some dust. Can you come and speak to me? My name is Nathan. I would like to know your name.
Where am I?
Okay, so that's the third time that I've gotten that response. And I kind of feel like in order to get better responses, I may have to upgrade the word database. I'm thinking about it now. So it appears as though to possibly get better responses, I may have to upgrade this word database. It's like $2.99. And right now this app has me so intrigued that I might actually do it. Mainly because the electromagnetic field detector actually seems to work as advertised. I could put it close to something that I know gives off a high electromagnetic field, except for the light in the kitchen. It didn't work there, but it worked at the smoker, it worked at the microwave. For the most part, it worked at the TV. So it's really interesting that I'm getting those kind of fluctuations on the device, considering I don't believe in electromagnetic field detectors on apps, and you guys know that. So this is kind of a shocker for me. It's kind of a revelation.
Goodbye.
Oh. Well, okay, I guess the spirit is done talking. You don't have to leave. You're more than welcome to... What was that? Okay, you guys didn't see that, but I saw something in the corner of my eye up here. I don't know what that was. It could have just been my eyes playing tricks on me. It's very possible. I'm not going to credit that to anything paranormal. But that was just kind of weird. So I don't know why it said goodbye. Apparently it's leaving or it doesn't want to talk anymore. I'm going to continue on testing this though, because I'm really intrigued by it. So yeah, let me stop, grab something to drink, go to the bathroom, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so since I find this app so interesting, I think I might go ahead and do a twofer for you guys. Well, I've got the lights off and I'm walking around in the dark. I think I'm going to try the GhostTube SLS app at the same time. It's put out by the same company, same guy, and I'm kind of curious to see how the SLS app works. And I've tested an SLS app in the past, and you guys saw how shitty that was. So with how this app is actually working, I kind of have a hope that maybe this app for the SLS style will be a little bit better. I'm still not sure how it's going to work because there is no structured light sensors built into a phone. You don't have a laser grid to detect said material objects that could make a human form. But why don't I go ahead and give you guys a twofer here, and we're going to test that too. Alright guys, so this is the Ghost SLS app, and I don't know if you guys just saw that or not. Okay, so what that is actually mapping out is the stuff that I have on the table there. That's not anything paranormal. I got a tray here that's got a bunch of Build-A-Bear stickers on it, and I've got the baby monitor and a pair of socks. So that's what that's mapping out there. Let's see. See, it actually does. It maps out all the little Build-A-Bear characters. Oh my. No, it's not mapping it out. See if it maps out the Paw Patrol guys. It does. Okay. It's mapping out the chair there, guys. It's not mapping out a human form. It's mapping out what's hanging on the chairs. So this one actually records for a lot slower, a lot less time. So this one records for a lot less time than the other one does. See, it maps out the vacuum. I will say though, doing this in an infrared style, even though I know it's not infrared, is a more interesting video for you guys. You haven't seen this like this yet. Oh, it's mapping out all of my cooking supplies. And for the record, if your spice rack doesn't look like this, don't tell me you know how to cook. Just saying. Look, it's mapping out the shirts. Alright, so as far as this one goes, guys, I'm gonna have to say that this Ghost SLS app, it's just as functional as the other SLS app that I tested. It's just gonna take random things that appear as a human form and it's gonna map them out. Like right here, it's mapping out this form of this basket of hats, that file box, and my power strip here. We are gonna give this one more walk around. I just want to see, what are the map? I mean, I'm definitely not a big believer in this. I don't know exactly. Okay, so it's mapping out the couch cushion and what's sitting on the couch. I will say it's very sensitive. I'll give it that right there. It's mapping out some pillows. It's very sensitive, but it's not going to map out anything paranormal. It does not appear. In order for it to map out something paranormal, it's going to have the structured light sensor setup. That's the whole point of it. And this is why I distrust these structured light sensor cameras to begin with, because there's so many different anomalies that can cause this to happen, as you see here. So who's to say that what you're catching is actually a spirit? Now, it is quite believable when it happens and it's in an open space where nothing realistically should be affecting the light structure, to make the camera actually go off. Alright guys, so I'm back in the GhostTube app out of the SLS app. I'll tell you right now, the SLS app, it's a complete load of crap. I'm not going to ever test that one again, and I'm going to recommend that no one else does. However, this GhostTube app, the original app, seems to be quite interesting. Now, I feel like they made the light structure sensor camera app specifically because it's very popular right now, and my teeth are green with this filter, so let's fix it. Okay, so I'm swiping, it's not changing filters. Anyways, so they're taking something
Over here.
Where over here? My nose is itching. It's very weird. My nose normally doesn't itch, so that's kind of weird. So I'm gonna recommend you don't test the SLS portion of this app. I'm gonna tell that to everybody right now. But the actual app itself, as I was saying, seems to be very intriguing. It seems to work as advertised so far. I think that in order to get the full experience though, you need to update the word database. I have a feeling that it's very limited with the free portion of
Lady.
the app. Lady. So I haven't seen that yet. And y'all saw it just got brighter. Y'all saw that, right? So that was kind of weird. I don't know what just happened there. So you're a lady. Oh, it got cold. Can you tell me your name? My name is Nathan. I would love to speak to you. Hear what you have to say. You're more than welcome to come speak. I really want to take this down to the basement. I may do that tomorrow in a separate video. I'm not going to do that tonight. Only because the furnace keeps kicking on. I mean, yeah, it's warm outside, but the furnace is still kicking on, and it makes a lot of noise. During the day, it doesn't kick on as much because I'm home and I can moderate the temperature better. I can moderate the temperature now, but I already have it set up to shut off at a certain degree. During the day, I can kind of turn it down because the sunlight coming in will warm the house up. So maybe tomorrow we'll test that again down in the basement, and I'll test... Nah, I'm not going to test the SLS app again. We already saw how that went. And that app's a piece of crap. That portion is not worth downloading. So you said over here, and you said lady. Where is over here? And what is your name, if you're a lady? It's very unladylike to not introduce yourself. I introduced myself. Alright guys, I think I have enough right now to go off of. So I'm going to end this test, and I'll be back with my final conclusion. See y'all in a second. Alright guys, so it's that time where I give you my final conclusion on the app that I tested. And today's apps were the GhostTube and the GhostTube SLS app, both by Jared Catting. I want to start off with the GhostTube SLS app. It's absolute shit. Guys, do not go and download that app. It is not worth your time. It was just like the other SLS app that I tested on a phone. Without that structured light sensor setup, you are never going to achieve the results that you want from an SLS camera. And honestly, even the SLS cameras that have the structured light sensor setup are kind of iffy to me. So as you saw, when I was walking around and mapping, and it was mapping pretty much any fucking thing that it came into view with. It mapped a chair, it mapped, the baby monitor and a cookie sheet with some stickers on it. So do not download the GhostTube SLS app. It is not worth your time, and damn sure don't upgrade it. It's not worth your money. But moving forward to the actual GhostTube app, which was the main focus of this test, because the GhostTube SLS was kind of a bonus. Whew, what can I say about the GhostTube? I like it. Overall, the simplicity is amazing. I like how easy it is to operate. I like how you have different filters. I like how you can turn whatever device, whether it be the electromagnetic field detector or the voices, you can turn it off and on. You can toggle them off and on. I appreciate that. I like that. And surprisingly to me, because you guys know I'm not a firm believer in it, the electromagnetic field detector in this app actually seemed to work as advertised. And I'm be honest with you, I'm bewildered as to how, because your phone doesn't come with a built-in electromagnetic field detector. So I'm curious as to, when I enter these high areas of electromagnetic frequencies, is it modifying the device? Is it actually detecting that frequency change? Honestly, I don't know. All I can tell you is it actually seemed to work as advertised, and that's kind of crazy to me. And I've not encountered an app that's ever happened. The word database. The word database seems to be quite small. As you guys saw, I got 3 responses that were identical, which is something along the lines of, where am I? So I don't believe that you can reach the full capabilities of this app. without downloading the extra dictionary, which is $2.99, is $3. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm going to download that extra dictionary, and I will be testing this app again at some point in time, so keep an eye out for that. That should be upcoming within the next few months. I like the fact that the app itself seems to work fully as advertised. I don't seem to find that often. And that to me is a huge, huge factor in my final conclusions. Do I think this app, for a free app, is something that you should go and download for your paranormal toolbox just to test out, just to try it, just to see what happens on investigations? Yeah, absolutely, guys. Go and download the GhostTube. Do not download the GhostTube SLS. That will be a horror show. But go ahead and download the original GhostTube app. It's free. It's not going to hurt to try it, because the responses that I got were pretty interesting. And I also want to bring up that when I got word responses, my baby monitor shut off. You know what? I've had that baby monitor now for going on 3.5 years, and I've never had that problem. I have never had an issue with it shutting off or saying it was disconnected. And every single time we got a response that had words, the baby monitor shut off. And then the loud noise from upstairs, once I got the baby monitor working, that, I don't know how to explain it other than it's paranormal. So would the GhostTube be something that I would recommend you download to your paranormal toolbox just to test it, just to try it out? Yeah, download it, guys. And if you have an experience that's awesome, please let me know. And for future reference, go ahead and just pay for the extra dictionary. Go ahead and get it. Get it out of the way so you have it, because I'm intrigued as to how that extra dictionary is going to affect the app's performance. And I'll find that out when I retest it. Do not download the GhostTube SLS, though. Leave that piece of shit alone. But if you want a good app that seems to work as advertised, then this GhostTube app is definitely something that you want to try out. And that's what I got to say about it, guys. This was my review of the GhostTube and GhostTube SLS app by Jerry Catting. Hope you enjoyed it. Please share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that good shit if you found this informative. Guys, Nate signing out, and I'll see y'all next test.